Woman had just moved into the mansion when she saw, horrified, all her neighbors rushing to pack up and leave. She wanted to approach them to ask what was happening. But the neighbors looked at them as if they were monsters, jumped into their cars, and sped away. They quickly gave chase, only to find the road packed with cars, all seeming to have encountered something terrifying. Though the couple didn't understand what was happening, their instincts told them they had to run too. But just as they drove out of town, strange events unfolded once more. The fleeing vehicles suddenly turned back.
Where are those people headed back?
Despite this, they didn't stop. They kept driving forward, but just as they were about to enter a tunnel, a traffic jam formed ahead. Luckily, Mike braked in time to avoid a collision. After getting out, they discovered the tunnel entrance was blocked by the military. They sent a helicopter to announce they should return to their town and wait for rescue. As if something terrible was about to happen, some residents immediately drove back upon hearing this, leaving the others stunned and unsure what to do. Suddenly, a massive boulder fell from the sky, landing squarely on their car. They slowly looked upward to see the mountainside trembling slightly, with rocks continuously sliding down. Just as the family was puzzled, two fighter jets streaked overhead. Everyone turned to watch the jets. They couldn't fathom why fighter jets would appear over their town. Then, before anyone could comprehend what was happening, the jets began bombing their town. The entire settlement instantly became a sea of flames. Had they not escaped earlier, they too would have perished in the town. Just as they were feeling fortunate, the fighter jets suddenly turned toward them. Seeing this, everyone immediately began fleeing. Fortunately, Anna acted swiftly. She led her husband and daughter away from the crowd. They hurried toward a nearby elementary school. There, they found an air raid shelter. They quickly removed the wooden boards covering the entrance, lifted the dust-covered manhole cover, and climbed down the ladder into the shelter. The moment they closed the cover, a bomb landed directly above them. The shelter's sturdy construction saved their lives. Fortunately, they discovered ample supplies inside, enough to sustain them for some time. They arranged canned goods on shelves, opening a can whenever hunger struck. A deck of cards became their sole pastime. Thus began their underground existence. Yet the girl grew curious about the outside world. One day, she retrieved the periscope her parents had crafted. What she saw was a landscape reduced to ruins. Just as she brought the periscope back inside, a series of growls echoed from above, accompanied by relentless pounding on the manhole cover. As the chains threatened to snap, Mike rushed to find tools. Anna climbed the ladder upward. At the very moment the cover was about to be pried open, Anna clutched the iron chain tightly, suspending her entire body midair, and preventing the monster from lifting the manhole cover. As she braced herself against the chain, she glimpsed a pair of terrifying eyes peering through the crack. Fortunately, Mike arrived just in time, jabbing the eyes with an iron rod. After a piercing scream, the monster retreated. They had never encountered such a horrific creature. To avoid detection, they established a rule. From now on, they must remain silent each day, and never peek outside again. This way, perhaps they could live longer. Sure enough, the monster never reappeared after that. Yet on this very day, Mike discovered something even more terrifying. The mirror was covered in a thick layer of dust. This meant that as dust drifted out, the area around the ventilation shaft would also accumulate dust. To avoid being discovered by the monster, the couple decided to venture out and deal with it. They unlocked the chains. Only after confirming no movement outside, did they jointly lift the manhole cover. The girl remained alone inside, but after waiting a long time, her parents still hadn't returned, so she peered outside through the periscope. Sure enough, she saw her parents repairing the vent. Yet as the lens shifted, the girl spotted a dark shadow darting through the trees. She urgently shouted to warn her parents, yet the distance was too great for them to hear. Seeing the shadow steadily closing in, the girl had no choice but to climb out of the air raid shelter. But upon emerging, she found no trace of her parents. Terrified, she ran frantically searching. Faced with her parents' accusations, the girl had no time to explain. She could only stammer incoherently, then suddenly pointed behind them. Fortunately, they reacted in time, and avoided being trampled by the deer herd. But clearly, the herd seemed pursued by something. Seeing this, the family rushed toward the well opening. Before the monster could spot them, they scrambled back into the air raid shelter. But shortly after returning underground, the man faintly heard a piercing howl. Dust began falling from above, confirming the presence of humans or monsters above. They had to stay silent. Just then, the girl's doll made a sound.